So the video I picked was a news story by two women anchors, which I think was actually a really excellent choice to use women anchors to tell the story about a woman who was in a domestic violence dispute with her partner and she ended up getting murdered. Within that video, they also showed a few statistics. The statistics were that 55% of domestic violence cases are done by partner abuse. The If a woman is killed, the killer is primarily male, and black women are 2.5 times more likely to be victims of domestic abuse than other races. I thought it was interesting that they included in some personal thoughts from a woman. They had a interviewer who kind of discussed some issues that she had. I was kind of concerned that they didn't share a lot of information. For example, what are the other 45% of domestic violence incidences that happen? They mainly just kind of focused on a story, but there wasn't any more facts presented, and I wish there was about like the killer being primarily male. I feel like that wasn't a statistic that needed to be shared. I feel like the statistics that need to be shared were how many percentage of women go through domestic violence, how many percentage of women go through domestic violence without it getting reported, why is it not getting reported, like I said, how many percentage are done by not partner abuse, and if it's not done by their partners, then where are the domestic violence predators coming from? I thought the black women were 2.5 times likely was actually a really useful statistic. I do wish they included more statistics that included all races because all women are affected, and I feel like they were kind of just focusing on that. The women that they had I shared some information said that most of the time men were just given a slap on their wrists if the cops were called. I think it would have been nice to expand the story more and given more feedback on that, and kind of maybe give statistics on how many men get arrested and how many are then just let go with a slap on the wrist. Maybe explain some laws that go along with domestic violence, like what are they charged with, what is needed. I also think it was interesting, I guess credible and compelling, that they gave some gave the warning signs to look out for. Like, they said most of the time men might not be physically abusive, but they might start getting controlling, and those are some warning signs. So while I do think the warning signs are really useful, I think they should have provided information on what to do if you see those warning signs, and what to do if you're in a bad situation where domestic violence does happen. Do you call the police? Is there a hotline number, which there is, to call? Is there somewhere they can run to, like a battered women's shelter? What would the appropriate steps be? A lot of women actually don't know that, and I feel like if that video was to include that, that would have been more helpful than some of the other information that they presented. General inferences being made in the video were basically kind of what we discussed already, just about domestic violence. I feel like they were more focusing, like I said, towards like black women with having a black woman being a victim of the story, with the statistic of black women being 2.5 times more likely, with having a black woman kind of speak about domestic violence. I feel like it would have been interesting to maybe see a pie chart of the different races that are affected by domestic violence, or kind of maybe not even focus on race and focus as an entire gender of women as a whole. and what could be done to resolve the issues, or what women in the situation could do to help out, to help themselves or ask for help.